So one of the tools that's in our downloads tab, it's also in the education blog link, it's just called Rate Your Chapter. And I think it's a great exercise for all groups to do at least twice a year. And you can see the Rate Your Chapter form now on the screen. So we'll talk through just a couple things that are on there. Number one, it kind of runs through like pre-meeting stuff. 2, speaker checklist. 3, how are we doing in our referral report? 4, just attendance as it entered. Upcoming speakers, are we covering those? Education spot, are we prepared? Are we talking about takeaways? Are we learning things there? Recruitment, are we kind of running through the format there? How are we doing on our outros, our 60 seconds? And then post-meeting, how are we doing on finishing on time? Are we setting up face-to-face meetings? Is the group fun and productive? And there's kind of a point key that you can see now at the bottom there as well. So I think it's a fantastic exercise because it allows you to self-evaluate. Now, when I help groups facilitate it, I always say a couple things. 1, do not be overly critical with each other. I tend to actually, oftentimes I'll be in groups and I score the group way higher than some of the individual members do in that setting. 2, now how to facilitate this, and I think this is pretty important. Number 1, print up copies of the Rate Your Chapter form. 2, make sure you bring ink pens. Oftentimes when we facilitate this and we forget to bring pens for people, everyone's on their phone, so they don't have a pen. So make sure you bring pens for the members. 3, move your education spot, at least the introduction of this idea, to the beginning of the meeting so that prior to the speaker going and you doing basic introductions, the education chair or group chair can just explain what we're doing, or you can just show this video. And then 4, spend a few minutes at the end of the meeting talking about it, looking at your scores. Officer teams can also do this just on their own and kind of do a self-evaluation where they are with the group. We oftentimes lead off officer training goal setting by going through your form to identify areas that you guys are doing well at and also areas you can improve on. Now, really important note in closing on this, as you go through this, do not pick your group apart. I use it oftentimes more so, let's find areas to celebrate, things that we're good at so that we can play to our strengths, and then we can learn from and improve a couple areas, but don't look at it and just beat yourself up. Use it as, oftentimes it's a really good affirmation exercise that our group is really good at what we're doing, and it just kind of builds from there.